Hey again everyone, just making another video just to give you an idea of what happened after the arrest. So after the arrest, I was placed in the paddy wagon for 40 minutes. So the paddy wagon didn't have air conditioning or any sort of ventilation, so they weren't allowed to transport me in that vehicle. However, they were allowed to lock me in it for 40 minutes on a 35-degree day in Western Ipswich. So I wasn't given any water. The door was cracked just slightly. It really wasn't a pleasant time. The handcuffs were tight. Again, I think they'll punish me. Let's get this guy suffer a bit. He hurt us, we'll hurt him. But by the end of the 40 minutes, it was getting hot. And then they moved me into another paddy wagon, which was just as hot. To the move, which was 15 minutes away. So I don't know why they just didn't scoot me away and put me in the lockup 15 minutes away. So it was a long time in that back of that paddy wagon. And you don't put pets in locked cars. You don't put children in locked cars. And this is what the police tell you. Inside of the locked car can get 50 degrees or more. And I'm handcuffed. I can't cool myself. I can't move. I can kind of roll to my side to ease the stress on my shoulder. But over, I think it was 42 minutes in total. I was in that paddy wagon, and it was unpleasantly hot. And again, being in the military, I've dealt with some very uncomfortable situations, and that was up there. It was pretty uncomfortable. Yeah, so I'll show you that, and then I'll come back and show some more. Whoops.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's hard. Get back to there we go.
Oh, Daniel, just follow him over. We're just going to put you in another car. It's got a fan on it. Yeah, right. You stay calm, mate. We'll stay calm, alright?
Now going to move on into the lockup, where we are in the Daniel and I are in the lockup. The IC is the gentleman or the officer who I had an argument with, and escalated to the point where there was a physical altercation, and he just knew how to get under my skin. He was just one of those people who just pushed my buttons, and he came into the cell and goes, do you want to give a comment? And I'm like, I'm happy to give a comment, I just don't want to give it to you. And he goes, tough, I'm the OIC, you'll give it to me. And I said, well, there's a lady behind you, I'll give it to her. And he's like, well, I guess that's a no. And that was the stonewalling I was up against. It didn't matter, what door I opened for anything, it was slammed straight in my face. Again, I got aggro at him. You're a fuckhead because look what you just did to me. Why would I be nice to you? The lady behind me, she fingerprinted me, she DNA swabbed me, she did everything, and she was lovely at her job. She got a bit nervous reading me my rights. I gave her a bit of a hand doing that. I was never violent again. I had that outburst because I was being stonewalled, and my wife was just not getting the help that she needed, and I was never violent again. not once. And just that guy just wanted to push my buttons. And here you go.
Nothing. That's any Constable McLeod from you, Manto. Remember me, obviously?
I definitely remember you.
You do. Okay. Mate, just need to ask you, back at the house, you said you don't want to be interviewed?
Not by you. I'll be interviewed by anyone but you.
Well,
I don't want to have anything to do with you, piece of shit.
well, I'm the investigating
I think
officer.
fuck, you're a piece of shit.
Okay.
I'm happy to deal with her. No worries. But not you.
We'll take that as a no then.
Thank you.
And I think that was the best way of putting the almost the whole scenario is I almost felt guilty from the second they walked in the door. I know that they say that you're innocent until proven guilty. I think through this whole scenario, it is you're guilty until you can prove beyond reasonable doubt that you aren't. And I'm learning that. And there's certain things in this films I've been showing, or these things that I've been broadcasting, that kind of hint to that, like just that response. You know, it makes no sense. You know, either he hates his job or he hates his life, or you know, everyone's guilty, and I have to now go to court and prove my innocence. I don't know, but yeah, it's made my life difficult. It's made my wife's life very difficult, and it feels like everything I've done previous to this arrest is in vain. It really does.